On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 soft. Two times.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
X3, 218, chop it. 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
First down.
Check. Pilot, 64, weak.
Check. Hot. Watch safety green.
Hey, Foxtrot. Light. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 31.
22 jet bomber.
Second and 5. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's put that team on the clock. Spot.
General West.
No.
Go.
Second and 6. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, it's Pollard. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Okay, ready?
40's Mike right there.
Hey, orbit.
I got you, Pop.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Get up. 60 or.
Check 3.
You draw Corker.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can go have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The outlaw. Alpha.
Watch the twist. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Good track.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from the clip. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
This is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Be grip.
On second down, Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. We're scoreless after 1. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
It's just me and you. Let's go. Hey.
Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bengals drive about to get going, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Topper!
Tens the mic. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on defense.
Hey, team 6.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Right. Now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Antonio Callaway with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Bengals 7, Rams 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down now, Pollard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jones, off play action. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Gus Edwards, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. 83 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready, ready.
Like 10, like 10. I got it. Right. He's done.
Christian, Travis.
Hey, 4 down. Check your hot read. Check safety. Kill.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
61, matchbox, white. Go. 5. Go. 5.
They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead, Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Oh, you got deep? Double time, double time. Four down.
Ready, ready.
Now Jones off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Oh, he's going to go for it all, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go, here we go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Snap.
Now they try the right side here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
At the 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Hey, Echo.
Watch the slant. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike's
Clear. Shoot.
Here's a second and 7. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Bengal first down.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with a field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Jones now to throw again. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
X3, 2X.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To try again after the sack. Jones. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
64, weak. Now.
Right back to him on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from...
It got his man complete! And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Pollard again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Two-jet bomber, two-jet bomber. Mike 10. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, box drop.
Tens of Mike.
General West. Big trip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Jones. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run with Pollard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
The run for Pollard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Danny.
Go.
On fourth down, Jones. Got his man. That's Harry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jones now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown. And this is taken in at the 5. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
On the double.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. 154.
Hey.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Topper.
Here's Pollard. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. As his guys are in for 6, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check, check, check.
Look at me, zipper. Get it.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 6-6. Pull it high. Go.
Change the mic.
Protein spill.
Here we go, D. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This from 52 and this for the win. And his kick is good. From 52 yards away, he gets it to go. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bengals, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Rams, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.